who has been working tirelessly in the Senate to make this bill a reality. Senator John McKeon.
Thank you so very much. First of all, Assemblyman Allen, thanks for sharing that with all of us, and all of us will keep you in our prayers. You look better than most of us, so hopefully everything is well, and thanks for sharing that. And listen, I'm sorry that my back is to all of you, and as all of us elected officials say, thanks for getting our back, we'll get yours. I want to talk not about the long history, at least for a moment or two, but just yesterday. Yesterday in Juneau, Alaska, because of the Mendenhall Glacier, they had flooding beyond anything that's ever happened in the history, or at least the recorded history, of the world. In Chattanooga, Tennessee, yesterday, 6.5 inches of rain, taking out a family of 3. And we pray for them, and we pray for all of the victims of what has been climate change. That's yesterday. How about today? Today, if you're in Virginia, North Carolina, you're just waiting for torrential rains. And as we speak, there's a powerful hurricane on its way from the Atlantic to strike somewhere unknown in the East Coast, and those bullets are going to keep coming over the next several months. We understand that mainstream science, or at least we thought we did 30 years ago, came to the conclusion that human activity, and particularly the burning of fossil fuels, has a little bit of something to do with climate change. I guess we now have a puppet EPA. We have a game show host / wannabe dictator who's trying to change the facts and change history. And I don't mean to mix things. We hear about the environment, but think about the fact that you think Donald Trump gives a damn about the safety in Washington, D.C.? It's just his first step to militarize that wonderful military of ours, literally against the people. He wants to be a dictator, and all of us have to stand up and stand for our rights as Americans. Now, there's something known as, believe it or not, the Atlas of Disaster. And that Atlas of Disaster from 2011 to 2021, that decade, has indicated there's been 13 climate disasters here in New Jersey. There's been at least 5 in each and every one of the counties in this great state, telling us, boy, this is not only an international and problem for our country, but a unique and acute problem here in New Jersey. We are blessed with 136 miles of coastline, and it brings us beautiful, idyllic beaches. It brings us ports in Elizabeth and Bayonne and Newark and Camden, which are the lifeblood of our economy. But at the same time, it makes us vulnerable. Here in New Jersey, we are among the number 3 among all of the states that's warmest and warming the quickest. And again, that's because of our oceans. That clown, and I'll say it again, that clown wannabe dictator, game show host in Washington, when asked about that, said, hey, who cares? There'll be more waterfront property to develop. Well, let me tell you something, Mr. President. There are 70,000 homes in immediate danger in the state of New Jersey. The meadowlands will be swamped. Life as you know it in this state will be altered forever. And that's why, with climate change, and I hate to be pessimistic, here and on its way, we have to pivot to climate resiliency. Now, how do we do that? I know someone that knows. Where's Mayor Bala? Yeah, he's back here. So, Mayor Bala, yesterday, how much rain did we have? If this was the old Hoboken, we wouldn't have gotten to get here, right? There'd be feet of water in the streets. The beautiful resiliency parks, the urban planning, thanks to money from the state. Where's Raj? Senator Raj? To make certain, right, that those things can be done and accomplished. That climate of disaster said for that 10 years, going back again, 5 years ago already, it was almost $8 billion that it cost the state of New Jersey's taxpayers. Where is that money going to come from? I think we all have an idea. So let's talk about that fossil fuel industry, the industry that extracts and the industry that refines fossil fuels. They have always made billions of dollars of profits. Now, by this administration, they've been handed a monopoly. They've taken all reasonable renewable efforts and put them off. It'll be another half dozen years before we ever get to where we were just 6 short months ago. We know that the need to be resilient is not an option. It just matters who is going to pay for it. Should it be the taxpayer?
No!
Should it be those who have profited billions of dollars of each quarter, the fossil fuel industry?
Yes!
There's a lot of folks that would like to speak, so I'm going to cut it short and just say this. It's been my greatest honor in my life to be a member of the state legislature and to lock arms with a lot of the people here in the environmental community. Going back to the Highlands Preservation Act, to constitutionally dedicated money for open spaces, to more recently passing the strongest environmental justice law in the nation, there's a lot to be proud of. I have never seen this community more galvanized over a single issue in the form of the Climate Resiliency Act. And I say this, that in a state that really set the tone for polluter pays, going back to Superfund, not only for New Jersey, but for the nation, we must continue to be a leader and set the tone that polluters pay for resiliency that is required now because of their profiteering. God bless you all. This is going to be part of the Murphy legacy. We need to get this done in the next 2 months. Thank you very much.